Hello, hello, Crossroads Witches and other interested magical folks. Ooh, I am so excited. We are getting ready to start the season of the dead. For us here at the House of Witchcraft, that is going to be on October's full moon, is when we will do our official opening the crossroads and welcoming in all of the dead folk. This is so exciting. And so I want to show you my space that I am sitting up here. I'm about halfway through. So I wanted to stop, sit down, film, and talk about this a little bit. Ancestral spirit altars are very personal. You will get online and folks are like, you must have this, you have to do that. I am of the old school opinion of nobody can tell you how to venerate, how to connect with, have a relationship with your ancestors, your spirit folk, and divinity as you know it in this moment. The only one that can do that is you. So, this is every year my altars change. This year I had this wonderful piece of furniture that I've acquired, and I decided I was going to incorporate it and, as you can see, build it in tiers. Typically, I walk around my house, find things that work, put them together. And so this is this year's altar for me. I do have my recently deceased and my lost souls will be up in this section. For me, this is family down here. And then down here are my offerings. I've started putting some offerings out, some rum, a cigar, and I also have some of personal mementos to the dead. I want to show y'all a little something. In here, I know it's a secret, but in here are actually mementos, reminders, tokens from friends of mine, relations of mine that have crossed the veil, and I get to bring them out. Of course, within my own as Southern conjuring folk, the use of the White Bible is very important. It's my grandmother's grandmother. It's part of my family, so I have a Bible that is different than my grandmother's Bible. This is just one for all of my ancestors on that line. And underneath the altar, I'm gonna lean down and show y'all. Let's see here. I have a series of different things, but this is my memento box, and I sort of wanted to go through this for just a minute and a half and give a little talk about, because I wanted to talk about, a lot of times we think about, oh, I've got to just do bloodlines. And I wanted to remind people that you can have an anima sola, a recently deceased. This is set up for any spirit folk that need an extra prayer, all right? I pray, I feed that section for all of the folks who died, and there was nobody there to mourn them. Ooh, y'all gonna get me. Heard the crack of my voice. But there was nobody there to mourn for them. And I also wanted to bring, where's she at? Pictures that I have mementos. These are all different mementos, but I'm looking for one. Here it is. Here it is. Don't forget your fur babies. All right. Ooh, Taren's voice is breaking on this one. Obviously, our fur babies are part of our family. So please do not be afraid or think that they're not part of our season of the dead. They very, very much are. They have a place. Like I said, y'all heard my voice start breaking up. I've got another picture of my cat, in which I had for several years, and I put her picture up here. I have all these pictures that I bring out of different family members. Again, typically what we do find is that these altars become very personal. And so part of me wants to share with y'all, and part of me is very like, this is mine. I'm not so sure I want to show everybody. But I have all sorts of different little mementos, pieces of jewelry that I bring out and lay on the altar. These are my mother's pearls, and I will. Ooh, that's my glass. Ooh, I don't have water in it. Thank goodness. Like I said, I'm just starting to sit it up right now, so I will be moving things around. But I always do keep a glass of water because water is a good medium for spirit folk. I also keep a small poppet doll baby that has been consecrated, cleansed, and is a way for spirit folk to come into physical realm for a little bit. And here, this is my grandmother's wedding ring, and I will sit that out. Like I said, I have my little thing, my little box here. I have another little box under there as well. And then I also collect books of the dead from the 1920s and through the 1940s, and I have those books, and I plan on having those under the altar. But I just wanted to do a really, really quick little video to help inspire all of you witches and other, every time I get this darn thing microphone, I end up tangled in it. I just wanted to inspire you guys and to let you see what one in progress is like. The different things on here are all meaningful to me. All right. They're all ways that I use to help open up the channel so I can communicate with spirit realm. I talk a lot about dead folk, but also during this time, the veils are the thinnest. And so it is easy to communicate with many of our liminal type entities, Of course, the fairy people, the fae folk, this is a great time for them to work with the fae. Any other liminal spaces, if you work within the lesser deity realms, this is a good time to set up an altar to them as well. All right, this is just a good time, like I said, for stepping into that in-between space. The season of the dead opens up this beautiful crossroads time where we all can come together. And I hope your season of the time is bright, merry, and full of laughter. And also that you need to hear what you need to hear this season. Because remember, every season of the dead is going to be different. All right? So lean into how you're feeling this year. And if it's a nice, big, beautiful altar, go for it. And if it's just a little small corner with a candle lit and you saying, I remember my folk, that's just as good as this, witches. All right? Don't fall into our aesthetics. Don't think that big is better. All right? A lot of times it's not. Sometimes just a simple candle is all that is needed for a very deep and meaningful moment this season. And with that said, I want to hear about your season of the dead. I want to hear about what you're doing, what your altars. I want to hear it all, and I want pictures. So, of course, if you're a content creator, please consider doing a video on your altar, your season of the dead, how you're vibing, and make sure you tag the House of Witchcraft, tag this video, however you're supposed to connect you to me. Make sure you do it and everything so that way we can all see as well. So Get out there, fly those brooms, have a bright, blessed day, and as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and H.o.W. You know, this microphone kicks my ass. Every time I get tangled up in it. I don't know who thought I can't use the clippy. I need a dead person to hold this for me. This. Okay. I did it.